Good morning. Briefing will be starting in about 2 minutes. If you can start making your way to your seat. Thank you. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. and we're going to go ahead and start the operational briefing. This is the operational briefing for the LNU Lightning Complex for September 6th, 0700 to September 7th, 0700. My name is Jeff Wyndham, Plant Section Chief, Incident Management Team 2. I'd like to ask everybody, please turn off your cell phones, radios, take any side conversations out of the room. Also, please ensure you're wearing your mask and social distancing during the briefing. This briefing is being broadcast on CDF TAC 27 as well as YouTube. You can get to the YouTube channel by following the link on the cover of your IAP. We'll go ahead and start with the situational update with night operations land and act.
Good morning. Relatively quiet night last night over on branch 10. Myers continues to be in patrol status. On the Wall Bridge, Division Foxtrot, India and Lima are continuing to mop up and patrol, support the community in response to calls for service. There was a report of fire outside the line in Foxtrot yesterday, or last night, probably about 9 o'clock, that was unfounded. We sent a response as well as a response from St. Helena. And that was unable to locate, so that's good news there. Moving over to the east zone. Once again, Zulu, all the way down and around to Sierra is looking really good. Still doing some patrol in there, still responding to some calls to support the community with their concerns. Tango, looking a lot better here after yesterday's shift. They got a lot of mop-up done in here and got some good depth built in that. Very quiet last night in Union, and continued work in Victor, and Whiskey along the hand line and improving that. And also in this pocket here, this got cut out, Union, or uniform was supporting that. We got dozer line down in here, all but about 1,000 feet of that, and that will be addressed today.
For management objectives, we're going to provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times, ensure COVID-19 precautions and best practices are met at all times, protect property improvement and infrastructure, ensure coordinated, timely, and accurate release of public information, foster and maintain relationships with all cooperators and stakeholders, protect economic, natural, cultural, and heritage resources, and maintain fiscal accountability and keep costs commensurate with the values at risk. For branch 10, we're going to keep the fire north of the Russian River, south of Kelly Road, east of King Ridge Road, and west of Dry Creek Road. For branch 20, 25, 30, and 40, we're going to keep the fire north of Highway 12, south of Highway 20, east of Highway 29, and west of Highway 16 and Sand Creek Road. Now with weather incident meteorologist Scott Kirkman.
Good morning. Well, we had very little marine influence at all today. Again, as you can tell, it's warmer here, even down at the lowest elevations. Mostly across the area, it's around 5 to 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday morning at this time, and already quite a bit drier. And that's especially true at the lowest elevations. We do have more smoke today on the east zone than we have in the past few days, so that might slow our warm up a little bit as we go into the day today. However, we are still expecting record high temperatures across the area again. Most of the record highs for today across this area go all the way back to 1904, so that gives you a little sense of just how warm this air mass is. One pen and ink change in your IAP on page 4, if you're working over in branch 10 especially, is go ahead and bump those temperatures up another 5 degrees or so there, so they'll be right up around 100 degrees in most locations again there, and those humidities will be right around 10% there. That's going to be the case across much of the fire, even on the east zone again today, although we will be a little bit warmer than yesterday. We will also have a little bit more wind than yesterday. That's going to be after 1300 this afternoon. We'll have a little bit of a west-southwest wind, nothing strong, just some gusts at the 20-foot level up to around 15 miles per hour. And you'll see a slight wind shift to west-northwest after 1800 this evening. And with that, have a safe day.
Fire behavior analyst Robert Clark.
All right, good morning. So, big key point, hotter and drier than it was yesterday, and it was really hot and dry yesterday. So keep in mind when you're out there, all the fuels around the fire area are very dry, very receptive to new ignition or rollout from the existing fire. Very little heat is being observed interior on these fires, which is great news for us. The big key thing would be a new start outside our line. There is an initial attack estimated rates of spread on page 5 of your IAP. If you get dispatched to a new fire outside the area or a new ignition in the fire area, those are some estimated rates of spread for you. Probability of ignition is going to be up around 100%. So keep that in mind when you're out there. Spotting potential under the winds that are forecasted up to 3/4 of a mile in the grass and the brush. So be safe. Watch yourselves out there. Be alert for any changing conditions while you're out there. On the north side of that fire, after 1300 hours, when that smoke clears up, you can expect the fire activity to increase if it's present. So, thank you. Have a safe shift.
Day operations, Landon Hack, and resource unit leader Dan Brown with roll call and work assignments.
Morning. All Branch 10 resources roll call will be at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds after this briefing. Starting with suppression repair, Jason Butcher.
Here.
Fire suppression repair east, Glenn Nielsen.
Here.
Branch 20, Carl Schwetman.
Here.
Division Sierra Sierra, Tango Tango, Chris Beatty.
Here.
Division Union, Richard Anderson, sorry. Branch 25, Jason Marsh.
Here.
Division Victor Whiskey, Brad Caldwell.
Here.
Branch 3040, all branches combined, Mark Lee.
Here.
All resources report to branch.
Morning again. Okay, so for today, over at branch 10, we're going to continue to support patrol on the Myers. On Wall Bridge, we're going to continue mop-up patrol, supporting fire suppression repair, and supporting initial attack for the unit. There'll be some resources identified for that, and the branch folks are aware of that. Moving over to one more thing on Wall Bridge. So the evacuation warning is going to be lifted at 0900. So anticipate that there's going to be more folks in here and probably going to get some more calls for service to address in there. Over on the east zone, Again, Zulu, Sierra, Sierra, that's going to remain pretty status quo as far as operation going in there. That we'll have resources identified out of branch 3040 that will be identified for supporting initial attack. Tango, really need to stress getting the depth built here on that stuff that is still hot, getting ready, prepared to receive the winds that are coming down the road. And Union, there's going to be some IR stuff that they're going to take a look at in here, validate that, and continue backhaul and pulling hose. Victor, and Whiskey have a pretty good haul of hose today that they're going to be identifying, pulling that stuff out there. It's going to be a pretty significant operation getting that stuff off the line. That's going to be their biggest priority today. And then there's still one little piece of contingency that's going to be put in there, and uniform will be dealing with that. The biggest thing is for everybody on both sides is stressing that the wind is coming. So we need to make sure that we stay focused on this and getting both sides of it locked up, getting the mop-up done, and reinforce all that. Have a good day.
Air Operations Branch Director, Mike Deacon.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Mike Deacon, Air Operations. The priorities for today is going to be initial attack and support you guys with bucket work. Over on H3, we'll have one Type 2 longliner available, order through H3 on command. Over at 7M, once again, we'll have two Type 1 helicopters available and order on command through 7M Helibase. Just remember cutoffs at 1902. So we're most likely not going to launch any aircraft at 1902 or later unless it's for initial attack with immediate need on the incident. Have a good day.
Medical Unit Leader, Josh Clark.
Thank you and good morning. Take a look at your 206, page 26 in your IAP. Continue to monitor your crews and check your temperatures in the morning. You'll see a couple of changes to the ambulances. We did move them to strategically support any crew operations out there. Still have CalMat on the north side if you need anything for your individuals on your, or any other personnel, and then MERT down on the south end for any of the crews. As far as air resources, still the same contacts and ordering points. Make sure you review your 9-line, and then continue to live happy and stay healthy. Thank you.
Communications Unit Leader, John McCormick.
Hey, good morning. No change in the comm plan today, but if you need to review your comms, you can find those on page 27, 28, 29 in your IAP. For resources demobbing at the Santa Rosa base camp, if you checked out a radio from Calistoga when you were assigned here, you can turn those radios in the Sarah Lee Hall. We have radio techs there that accept it. They'll make the phone call here and we'll pull you out of incident. For the East Zone, we're going to have our radio techs out there servicing those repeaters up on the mountaintops, so you'll see them out there driving around. If you guys have any issues with your radios in your vehicle, just flag them down. They carry some parts with them. They can help you out or get you squared away. With that, have a safe ship.
Safety Officer, Ryan Danielson.
Good morning. A couple things. This incident is not over. We need to finish strong. As you've heard, just to reiterate, it is getting hotter today. We're going to add wind to this. There is a possibility of new starts. Yesterday, there were no reported heat illness injuries. Let's try and keep it that way. Inform our people to stay hydrated, take breaks as necessary. Fire behavior, we pounded in, be prepared for new starts, have a plan, and we had 3 large incidents in the state take off yesterday, so very important to jump on them early and be prepared. Driving, took a trip over to the Hennessy yesterday, and almost every corner there's a hazard, so very important to obey the speed limits, anticipate a problem around every corner, drive defensively. Over on the Hennessy, Howell Mountain Road, there's road hazard in Sierra, people filling up spring water. out in the middle of the road as you come around the corner. Heads up on that. Have a good day.
Logistics Section Chief Milford Ferguson.
Morning, Bill Ferguson, Team 2. So just a couple reminders and some things coming up that I want you to be aware of. Returns only will be accepted as supply by Tuesday morning at 8. So please get your orders in and be ready to roll. Also, the chainsaw vendor by noon on Tuesday also have your repairs in for pickup the following day on Wednesday. And also, we do have in supply, we do have some face wipes for you to be able to try out, get on your equipment and use in the field as needed. And let's continue to help out the runners, load and hose and trash for back home. Have a good day, thanks.
DMOB Unit Leader, Stan Atchison.
Okay, good morning. Page 35 in your IEP, there's some DMOB instructions, 2 QR codes down there on the bottom. One for Santa Rosa, one for Calistoga that'll have specific instructions for that base camp. We also have hard copies of those instructions at each DMO location. One thing to note, all hired equipment, if you're out of Santa Rosa, you can start your DMO there, but you will have to come here to close out your finance paperwork. As always, if you're unassigned today, check the DMO list to see if you're on there. Wear your mask when you come to DMO, and only one supervisor per resource report to DMO at your scheduled time. Thank you.
Training Technical Specialist Claudia Sosa.
Good morning, everyone. I want to make a clarification. Number one, be accountable for the training assignment. Number two, if you check in the QR code, that doesn't mean that your training assignment is completed or done. You must come and see me in order to close it and issue documented credit. Also, my location is on Trailer Road, right next to the IC trailer. When you come and see me, please ensure your documentation is in place so we don't waste any time and we can get you out of here soon. Bring your task book, your 225, and your eval letter. If you need to make an appointment, my phone number is listed on page 36. And last but not least, if you don't have the forms, they're all available in the training office, and please do not print your own task book. Thank you and be safe.
For finance, for CAL FIRE personnel, today is the last day of the pay period. Please ensure that you make your way to the ePay Cafe set up at both camps to get your time slips done. Now with public information, Daniel Raymond.
Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Daniel Raymond, Public Information. For those who have sent us photos throughout the week, we really appreciate it. It was great. We got some great content. Please continue to put those in as you go home. For any questions about today's briefing, go to our public information line at 707-967-4207. For the complex, for the numbers, we're at 375,209 acres at 89% contained. For the Hennessy, we're at 317,909 acres at 89% contained. At the Wellbridge, we're at 54,940 acres at 95% contained. And the Myers at 2,360 acres, 100% contained. Thank you. Have a good shift.
Couple closing comments for Branch 10. You will still be briefing at Sonoma County Fairgrounds. If you are here at the Calistoga briefing and you're reporting to Branch 10, please ensure you go to your drop points and receive a briefing from your division. For our unassigned resources, they will be over here with Dan Brown. No cooperators meeting. Planning meeting is at 1600 today. Next operational briefing is at 0700. For our branch and division breakouts, we have them lined up along the wall, starting with branch 20 to my left, circling around to the room to branch 40 on my right, with fire suppression repair out in the back left corner. With that, turn on your electronic devices. Have a safe day.
So we know that they're not, Yellow's not coming in.
Yellow coming in the briefing?
Yeah, they're not. Charlie Star team's not coming in.
Okay, because he has to use on the track number 3 lunches.
If you can, that's fine.